Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome to Start by Tyrell, and in this video we'll be learning on how to make these beautiful jewelry. If this is what you would like to learn, do want to continue watching, and also please don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a beautiful comment to let's get started. So right here we have our vertical measurements marked out, so please do not panic. I'll be walking you through each of them so that you know what measurements you apply at every point. So right here what I'm going to do now is that I'm going ahead to mark out my back half length, and for my back half length it's going to be 1 inch shorter than my front half length. So after marking that out, I'm also going ahead to mark out my from my back half length I came down by 8 inches, which is going to be for my hip line. Now for the front measurement, I want to go ahead to mark down from my front hip line down, and whatever measurement I have, I'll be returning it to my back full length. And the reason I'm doing this is so that every measurement could align together, and after which I'm going ahead to use my straight pattern ruler to connect this line together. So right now the next thing we want to do now is to go ahead to mark out 3 inches. So I'm going ahead to mark out 3 inches for my neck width, and also I'll go ahead to mark out 7 inches, which is for my shoulder length measurement. I'm coming down by 1 inch from my 7 inch, which is going to be for my shoulder slant, and connecting it back to my neck width. So right now on my chest line, I've gone ahead to mark out my 7 inch just to ensure that my width is correct. So for your chest line measurement, you want to go ahead to divide your bust round by 6 and go ahead to add 1.5 inch. So that's going to be for your chest line. So right now for my vertical measurement, I just want to go ahead to mark everything out so that we don't get confused with the lines. And I have my chest line, my bust point, under bust, my front half length, and also my front hip line, and then my back hip line, and then also same thing for the front. So you just want to go ahead to take these measurements on you and also return them on your pattern paper, just as I have here. So right now, next thing I'll be doing now is to go ahead to mark out my round measurement, and I'll be starting with my bust round divided by 4. Whatever measurement I have, I'll go ahead to mark it down. And here I noticed that my half length the line was not straight, so I just wanted to go ahead to mark it out, and I'll be working with this new line. So I just want to go ahead to put a mark on the line that I'm not going to be working with. So after now, I want to go ahead to mark out my nipple to nipple measurement. So whatever measurement you have for your nipple to nipple, you go ahead to divide yours by 2. So for this client, hers is 7 and I divided it by 2, which I have 3.5. So right now I'll go ahead to get out the midpoint of my shoulder length, and whatever I have there, I'm going to go ahead to connect it to my bust point. And now on my half length, I will divide my waist round by 4. Whatever measurement I have, I'll go ahead to add about 1 inch for that intake. And on my hip line, I'll go ahead to also divide my hip round divided by 4. So for my hip line, I just went ahead to add about 1 inch to it. So after now, I'll go ahead to connect these lines together. So for your hip round, you might just want to go ahead to maintain your actual hip round measurement. So this is what I have, and next thing I'll go ahead to get the midpoint of my chest line, come in by 3/4 inch, and also go ahead to connect it just as you see me do, and also go ahead to connect my armhole measurement. So at this point I'm done with this part, and I'll just want to go ahead to mark out my neck depth. So for my neck depth for this dress, I'll be using 9.5 inches, which is just 1 inch away from my bust point. So after that, now I'll use my pattern ruler to connect these together. And then after this, I'll just want to go ahead to pause for the front and then move to the back. So for our back, whatever measurement we have for the front, you just want to go ahead to return it. And right here, I have done that. So for my half length here, you just want to go ahead to come in by 1/2 inch and connect it to the neck up, and also connect it to your hip line down. So that's just what I have. And for my vertical measurement here, the same thing which I did for the front is what I have here for the chest line, the neck width and the neck depth. So I'll just want to go ahead also to return my this nipple to nipple measurement which we did for the front. I'm going to go ahead to return exact same thing here to the back, and I've gone ahead to connect with my straight ruler just as you see me do. So now the next thing I want to do now is to take my dart intake, and for my dart intake I'll be taking 1/2 inch on both sides. And after doing that, I'm going to go ahead to connect up. So I'm going to go ahead to connect to my bust point, and also go ahead to connect to my hip line just as you see me do. So right now, the next thing I would just want to do after this now is to go ahead to mark out my round measurement. So for my waist, I'll be marking out my waist round divided by 4, add 1 inch for my dart intake, and also on my hip line, I'll also go ahead to mark out my hip line divided by 4, and for me I added 1 inch, and you could actually maintain your actual hip round measurement. So after doing that, I've gone ahead to connect it just as you see me do here. And then for my armhole here, sorry, for my chest line, I got to mark that the midpoint, came in by half inch and went ahead to connect it, and also will go ahead to connect my armhole measurement just as you see me do here. And for my neck depth, I'll be coming down by 1 inch, and after marking down my 1 inch, I'll also use my pattern ruler to connect it. So at this point we are done with the back, so I just want to go ahead now to extend the lines to my hem. So for my hem, I want to go ahead to mark out my hip round divided by 4 measurement. Whatever measurements we have, you could actually go ahead to return same measurement to the hem, or you might also want to go ahead to remove half inch for it. So because it's a side gathered, you might just want to go ahead to maintain what you have. And after doing that, I'll just want to go ahead to extend this nipple to nipple measurement which I have here. I'll go ahead to extend it, and at this point we're done with the back, so we'll now want to go ahead to proceed to finish for our front. Now for the front, I'll just want to go ahead on the hem, return my hip measurement there, and go ahead to connect it down. I'll also go ahead to extend this my dart leg down. And now from my bust point, I'll go ahead to come down by 1 inch for my side dart. So after marking my side dart, I also want to go ahead to connect it. And the next thing I'll be doing now is for my dart intake. On my half length, I'm going in by half inch on both sides, and after which I'm going to connect it. So this is the same dart intake we did for the back, which I'm also going ahead to return for the front. So right now I'll come down from my front half length, I'll come down by 2.5 inches, and I want to go ahead to connect it with my pattern ruler, but I would use my free hand to do that. So you just want to go ahead to connect this with your free hand and ensure you get your curve well. And at this point we are done with our drafting, and the next thing we want to go ahead to do now is to cut out. So for this, I'm not going to do for the back, I'm going to maintain what I have for the front. I'll return it to the back also. So this is what I have here, and I'll just want to go ahead, get my scissors now and cut out. So earlier I didn't grab this part out for the back because I had intentions to use the one for the front for the back. So before that, I would just want to go ahead to cut out the hem of my back, and also want to go ahead to lay this and ensure it aligns well, and I'm going to go ahead to use it to cut it. So which is what I've done, and after now I'm going to go ahead to proceed to cutting for the back. So I'm just going to go ahead to show the parts one by one because my camera could not cover all for all. So right here, this is the side of my front. I went ahead to cut out a fabric and I added about half inch round, and for the side I added about 1 inch, and this is the mid part of the front. So I went ahead to cut that into 2 parts because I want to join the front. And for the side I added about half inch round, and the only difference here is the length, which I added about 10 inches because I wanted it to be more longer. Then this is my back, which I also went ahead to add about half inch round, 1 inch for the side, 3/4 inch for my zip, and also the same extra hem allowance which I added for the front is what I returned for my back hem. So right here I want to go ahead to join the sides, and I'll be showing you how to go about that. So this is my front piece, and I want to go ahead to so you just want to go ahead, place this side by side and go ahead to sew by half inch, and you'll be doing this process, this same thing for both sides. And next thing I want to go ahead to get now is my back piece. So what I want to do now is to sew my zip first to it. So I just want to go ahead and open this up for the both sides, and first and foremost go ahead to sew your dart. And after sewing the dart, remember I took 3/4 inch for my zip allowance. After sewing my dart, I also want to go ahead to sew my zipper allowance. So right now this is what I have for my front piece after sewing the side, just as I said. And the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to I press open, which I have done that, and I also want to go ahead to place this just as you see me do and go ahead to sew by half inch, and I'm going to be sewing till I get to the hem. And next thing I want to show now is that I've gone ahead to sew for my zip on the back. So this is what I have, and I also went ahead to sew the dart. So and I've also gone ahead to press open it, and this is what I have. So the next thing now, I want to go ahead now to cut out the cape for the front, the cape we have in the front. So I'm going to go ahead now. So I just want to go to get my front piece, which is the fabric. So I'm going to be using my fabric, and I want to go ahead to trace out everything that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead to get my straight ruler. I'll be tracing out both for the neck round, and I'm also going to trace out the shoulder length, and this is going to serve as a correct guide to cutting out my cape. So you just want to go ahead to repeat the same process on your pattern papers. So right here, I'm done tracing out, and this is what I have. So the next thing I want to do is from my shoulder length there, I want to go ahead to come in by 1 inch, and I'll be doing this for both sides. And also I want to go ahead to mark out my neck, and like I did earlier, and also draw a straight line to divide the center. From there, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inch, and that 1.5 inches which I have, I'm going to draw a straight line. Now this down part, I'm going to go ahead to determine the width of my cape, and I'll be working with 5 inches. So I first contemplated for 6 inches, but I went ahead to mark out 5 inches, and I'll be connecting these 5 inches to the 1 inch which I came in from the shoulder length, and also from the midpoint down to this 5 inch. I'm using my pattern ruler to curve it just as you see me do. So I'll be repeating this same process for the other end. Return 5 inches which I used, and the 1.5 inch which I got, I went ahead to connect it, and also I'll use my curved pattern ruler to also curve it just as you see me do here. And right here, you just want to go ahead to cut out, and also want to go ahead, so you just want to go ahead to cut the fabric, but I was feeling like this cape was too big, so I had to reduce by 1 inch. So instead of 5 inch, I reduced by 1 inch on both the shoulder length and also the width which I had down. So I just came in by 1 inch on both sides, and I connected with my straight ruler, which I'm going to go ahead to repeat for the left side. So this is what I have, and I just want to go ahead to proceed to cut out. So this is what I have after cutting out of fabric, and I went ahead to cut out for 4 pieces. So now I want to go ahead to place one piece on the other, and I'll be sewing round, and the only part where I'm not going to be sewing is my neck part. So I'm just going to go to my sewing machine and go ahead to sew round, and also turn over an iron, which I have done here. So while before sewing, I went ahead also to chew gum a part of it with my cloth gum, and this is what I have after sewing. And I went ahead to notch out my neck part so that I don't make mistake when trying to turn over or trying make mistake when sewing, and please you should also do that. So right here, after that, now I want to go ahead to sew to our dress, and you just want to do well to lay it just as you see me do from the wrong side, and go ahead to sew by 1/2 inch and turn over. You'll be repeating this for both sides. So while doing that, I wanted to also ensure that I have the right side to the right side. So just do well to go to your sewing machine, sew by 1/2 inch and turn over. So right here, this is my back piece, and I've gone ahead to cut out my facing, and also gone ahead to hem my back facing. And right now I want to use it to sew to my neck. So I'll just want to go ahead to get the fabric, and I went ahead to open the zip, and you want to go to sew to the neck just like that, and also cut out. So that's what you're going to be doing, and you'll be repeating the same process for both sides. So right here, I'm done with that. I've gone ahead to sew, and this is what I have. I also went ahead to sew down, and please, that top part, you want to go ahead to stitch it tight, and also go ahead to cut out the zip. And this is what I have, and I'll be repeating same process for the second zip. So after this now, my zipper, I want to go ahead to zip, and you could see that your zip would now appear. So our zip now appear neat, and this is what I have. So the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to get my front piece and sew the front shoulder to the back shoulder. So I've gone ahead to get that, and I'll be placing my front on this, and you want to go ahead to turn your back facing like this on the front, and go ahead to stitch in by half inch. And after doing that for both sides, on the side you also want to go ahead to sew in by 1 inch, or you also want to go ahead to measure your round measurement so that you could have an accurate measurement. So right now, the next thing I'll be doing now, I've gone ahead to get the part which I cut out for the side for our side gathers. And what I would want to do, I have for both the front and the back here. And what I would want to do now is to go ahead to slash on it, because I'll be doing a slash and spread on this. So I just want to go ahead, use my straight ruler to draw lines on both the front and the back, and I'll go ahead to open this on my fabric. So for my fabric now, I want to go ahead to open this up and get my paper and go ahead to slash and spread on it. And I also want to say, ensure the length of this is long enough so that you can be able to add the extra inch allowance which you added for the length for the normal dress which we had earlier. So right now, this is what I have, and I want to go ahead to cut this up and slash and spread it here. So I just want to say sorry if you don't have a full view of the fabric, but then I just want to go ahead to cut it. So this is what I have. So if you want to go ahead to open your fabric as wide as possible, you'll be needing the two. But for me, I want to go ahead to fold it again. So this is, I'm folding it into 4 parts. So because of that, I'll just be needing 1 part of the side, which we're going to be doing for slash and spread. And I'm going ahead to cut out the first part. So I'll just want to go ahead to bring my fabric down so that I can have a better view. So this is what we have. So since we have it on fold, it's just this that we'll be needing, and I'll go ahead to open the lines which I cut out, and I'll go ahead to spread this around and also go ahead to cut out. So that's what I'm just going to do. So literally, I was not really following the lines that I had, but the very much important thing is just to go ahead to slash and spread it open. So which is what I'm doing. And while spreading it, you might also want to need your office pin here to hold it down. But for me, I'll be using my pattern ruler to hold it down. So right now, I'll go ahead to be cutting, and I'll be cutting, ensuring that I have half inch allowance at least left up there. And for this cutting, I will not necessarily want to cut to the end. The most important thing here is the side curve which we have, which I'm going to focus more on. So right now, this is what I have. And also don't forget that the length whatever allowance which you added to your dress length, you should also add it here. So I want to go ahead to open this part out. After this, I'll be going ahead to gather. But for this, I won't be doing gathers. I'll be doing printing for this. So right now, I'm done cutting, and I also have 2 of my knitting cutters. So this is how you just want to go ahead to do the printing. So you just want to go ahead, either you choose either left or right, and go ahead to print it. So you go ahead to print it round. So right here, this is what I'll be using to cover my side gathers. The length I have here is 6/4 inch, and also for the width which I have is 8/4 inch. So you might just want to go ahead to use 6 or 8 inches. So this is what I have. I went ahead to cut a cloth gun for just 1 part of it, and I also have it on fold. So you just want to go ahead to use your iron to iron that. So after doing that, the next thing you will now want to do now is to go ahead to turn this over after ironing. Sew the sides, sew both sides, and after sewing both sides, you go ahead to press it, and after which you go ahead to place it on this just like this, and go ahead to sew by half inch, and you'll be repeating this for both sides. So right here, I'm done with that, and the next thing, and this is what we have for our side gathers. The next thing we just want to do now is to go ahead and get the midpoint and go ahead to sew on our side of our dress by half inch, and after which we'll be repeating the same process for the second part. So at this point, we are done with the body of the dress, and the next thing that's left is that you want to go ahead to hem. And now I've gone ahead to also cut out my sleeve, and the next thing you also want to do is to go ahead to do your cover button. So for me, I did about 8 pieces of that, and I went ahead to sew. So thank you for watching.